All right, thank you guys for joining us like every Wednesday at 6 p.m. My name is Jorge Trevino. I'm a realtor here in Arizona in the area of Phoenix and Tucson, and we're here with Edgar in PEG MPP Studios.
Before I get started, man, I actually want to share this with all my family. So
Yes,
if you have a chance, and we're going to be talking about, let me get to the point. What is the inspection period? So if you ever had that question, if you've ever wondered what it is, what it takes, how long is the inspection period on a house? Because I got a series of questions that I'm going to ask you.
that's
But
fine.
before that, I want to share that with all my people, with all my friends, with all my family that's watching us. We're live here in Phoenix, and again, very thankful to be here. And hey, I want to congratulate you. Before we get started, I don't know, I seen something that you were nominated for some
Yes,
homesnap.com agent award.
yes. So
Congratulations, man. That's
thank you.
awesome.
HomeSnap is very similar to Zillow or Realtor.com. It's one of those websites where you can find homes, and I use them a lot, and they gave me a recognition. It's a nomination.
Yeah.
It's not a done deal yet,
Well,
but yeah, I am nominated for like most prominent realtor
yeah.
or one of the most prominent realtors in. And this is in America.
Yes.
And also, I just received an email today from my brokerage that they are nominating me for 40. What is it called? Top 40 under 40. So
Top
I'm
four.
I'm
Oh,
39.
all right. Hey,
Yeah,
he's
I'm
giving us your
39.
age
So
too now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, man,
So
well, that's good. Congratulations.
yeah, it's a couple of awards, a
Yeah.
couple of trophies.
Yeah. So
I'm really thankful for those and for my clients that
yeah.
they make it possible.
Definitely, definitely. Well, anybody that's just watching us right now, guys, feel free to ask any questions. I know we have a topic that we're going to try to stick to, which is what is the inspection period, and we're obviously here live on Facebook. We want to send a shout out to all the people that are going to be watching on YouTube as well, and the people that listen to us on podcasts and that are listening to us as we speak right now on a lot of the digital platforms. Guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Remember, we're gonna give you a couple times a phone number so people can reach out. Even right now, if you have any questions, which is 602-696-8393.
There you go.
You're always trying to get me out. You know what? You have a tricky phone number, man.
Very easy. It's very easy.
You've been
There's a
saying it
bunch
for
of
10
numbers.
years.
Yeah, there's a bunch of numbers that are repeated. 602-696-8393.
So we're live,
I don't
guys.
know. I think it's easy.
Leave your comments, ask your questions. That's what we're here for. If anything's bothering you, you're going through a process, or you're thinking about buying or selling a home, or you have any questions on fixing and flipping, I think we can take a little, kind of go off tangent with what our topic is, but we
Yeah,
are going to
sure.
focus on that.
Right.
So what is that? Let's get into it. What is the inspection period? What does that mean?
So the inspection period is the period that the buyer and the seller have the buyer, it's in the contract, so it's part of the contract, that the buyer has to do inspections to make sure that the house is completely falls into what they want, right? It is a period where they can cancel. If the house or the area or something doesn't go according to their needs, it's okay to cancel. After that is more risky, and I say risky because they could lose the earnest money deposit. Um, there's a few exceptions here and there, like a loan denial letter that where the buyer won't be losing the earnest money deposit, but the inspection period is there for that. It's 10 days regularly, and it is asked in the contract. Sometimes right now the market is very crazy, so sometimes you need maybe 12 days, 15 days. It all depends on the size of the property and where the property is located and things like that. But regularly it is 10 days. So in those 10 days, you have, as a buyer, to do all kinds of inspections, like, for example, and not limited to, but like a roof inspection, a general home inspection, termite inspection, different things like that. If the house comes with the appliances, this is the time to test them, to run the the dishwasher or the washer or the dryer.
That's very important.
Yeah, it is
gotta have that
important. Yeah,
dishwasher.
it is important.
You know what? And you mentioned this last time. I think it's very important that you take the time to know what's around you, schools.
Oh, yeah.
Anything that's even around the home. What's the nearest to you, so so you're familiar with the neighborhood as well.
Right, the neighborhood, the neighbors.
Yeah, neighbors, very important. And I know, after seeing your house and you're okay with it, people, we should take some time and see if there's schools that we like, if they're neighbors, if the community, is something that's going to work for you. So I invite everybody to do that. Now, when we talk about the 10-day period, and I think that answers my other question, how long is the inspection period on a house? So you're saying that if it's a bigger house, it could take a little longer. If it's a little house, it could take a little less.
Right. Right. Yeah. So normally a 2,000 square feet house can be done in one showing in one day. It all depends on the inspection, on the inspectors. Sometimes they take a little more. Sometimes they got to go back and do the termite. They don't do it at the same time, the termite inspection. If the house has a pool, a jacuzzi, a spa, I don't know, other things like a steam room and
or
different
an
things
extra
like that.
guest house.
Extra guest house, yeah. It all depends on the size of the property, but it usually 10 days is usually pretty standard, and it's what you need. So in this period, an inspection report is created, and then this report is used to tell you what is wrong with the house, and of course what's not wrong with the house.
Yeah.
But we're going to focus on what's wrong with the house. Let's just say that the AC is freezing up and it needs to be looked at. So we're going to create a document that is called BINSER, buyer inspection notice to seller. So in this paper, in this contract, in this agreement in this form that is called BINSER, we as a buyer request the seller to fix some water leaks under the toilets and under the sinks, to fix the pipe that's leaking over here at the pool, to fix the shower heads, to fix things as more serious as roof tiles, broken, roof rats, termites, pigeons.
Man, there's
a lot
of
of things
that we can download so we can go through that? I remember when we bought our first house, and our house was new. So even when you're buying a new house, you still have to have an inspection, right?
Yeah.
And trust me, guys, when my wife and I went through it, there was a lot of stuff that we didn't know, because we didn't know what we were looking for when you're buying a new home, even a used home, or a semi-new home. So, and we found things where like this wall it's not even. Yeah. So and they would go with a piece of tape. They would tape it off. Okay, and we would go through the inspection with the inspectors. So if there was anything that we didn't catch, they would catch, or if they didn't catch it and we thought it was a problem, we would say so, and that's fine, right? That's not like, why is this guy following me around, trying.
Well, usually the inspectors don't like that. We're not supposed to to go behind them. And what usually happens,
they're good. They know what they're doing.
They are. Yeah. And what usually happens, you go over there and let them. They go over there and they work for a couple hours, 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever. And then at the end, they meet with the buyer, and then the buyer does a little inspection as well.
Is the seller present as well?
No.
If it's somebody selling the home?
Normally, no, he doesn't have to be. It's not required. Actually, it's better if they are not.
Yeah.
So they don't speak to the inspector and to the buyer. It's always good to keep the seller and the buyer separate. Because of professionalism and negotiations and the ethics and stuff. Let the agent do
let
it.
The agent handle it.
Let us do our job. We are there to protect you, and we will. And like the inspector is going to catch, if not everything, almost everything.
Almost everything.
And at the end, you can do a walkthrough with the inspector to see what he or she found.
I think
walkthrough. A walkthrough is different.
Yes.
It's more like just showing you what they found.
But even through the walkthrough, there could be an extra little thing, right? Okay,
did you see this?
I just remembered that.
Yeah, did you see this? Like, Like some time ago in Tucson, I just had a purchase like that, and we missed. Well, I wasn't there, but the buyer and the inspector
Yeah.
missed that there was a leak in the irrigation system, so that had to be fixed after the transaction was done. But it happens, you know.
Yeah.
It's very normal.
Yeah.
But it's little things. I mean, it's not like the inspector is gonna miss a hole in the roof, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? And that brings me to my next question that we've had people ask us on social media. Can a home inspection kill a deal? And before you answer that, man, I want to really thank everybody, and I want to invite all the people that are watching us, not live, but they're watching us on their other time. Maybe they're on YouTube, they're on podcasts listening to it right now. Guys, just remember we're here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. We're live through the J. Trevino Realtor Facebook page. And if you have any questions, please feel free to call us at 602-696-8393. We are talking about what is the inspection period. Again, if you have any comments, any questions around this time, we're live here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I know Jorge has worked with a lot of people in Tucson and a lot of the surrounding areas. So, feel free if you guys are watching from other states and you guys are thinking about purchasing a home here in Arizona. I really recommend Jorge Trevino as your agent. Just give him a call. Give him a call, give him a chance, and he can guide you and kind of take you to the right places to find a nice home.
Speaking of out-of-state buyers, right now I'm working with a buyer from New Mexico, and what we're doing, I haven't done it. This is a new buyer, but what we can do for buyers that are out of state is we go to the house, and like if they choose, I send them homes first of all,
Okay.
and then if they like one, I can go and show it virtually.
Okay.
I can do a FaceTime or video call or Zoom call or something like that, and then I can show them the house, and if they like it, we can put it under contract, and they have 10 days to back out.
See, there you go.
Yeah, to cancel.
I like it.
So with this lady, what I'm doing is I'm gonna show her homes like that, and if she likes one of them, we're gonna put it under contract, and then we're gonna start the process for the inspection period. She's gonna come over and take a look at the house personally, and if everything goes well, we're gonna continue with the inspection,
Nice.
General inspection. But if not, we can cancel.
Hey, well, congratulations to her.
Yep.
And so now let's get to this. Can a home inspection kill a deal?
Yes, and remember when I was talking about repairs and things like that?
Yes.
So sometimes, especially for first-time home buyers, a big list of repairs or a non-perfect report sometimes scares them off.
Okay.
And sometimes there is a bunch
I like the way
of
you
things.
put it, a non-perfect.
Yeah, it's not perfect. Sometimes
yeah.
it's not perfect, but people sometimes expect it to
Yeah.
be perfect. It's like, oh, I don't want anything to be wrong. But little things like toilet leaks and water faucet leaks and things like that
Yeah.
are very normal, but some people think that it is very bad. So, that we have to let them know and educate the buyer and the seller a little bit and be like, this is nothing. It's a repair that the seller can take care of, and it's very inexpensive to fix. If there is very bad things with the house, then we'll let them know, this is a bad deal, don't buy it. Things like that. We're there for their advice, and I'm always gonna do what the buyer thinks and what the buyer says. But sometimes it is very overwhelming to see those lists, and sometimes it's also overwhelming for the seller to see that the buyers want a lot of things repaired. So yes, to answer your question,
Yeah.
yes, the period, the inspection
kill.
period, it could kill, depending on the negotiation. It's a little period for negotiations where you are going to ask as a buyer for repairs, and the seller is going to say yes or no.
Yeah.
So sometimes the seller can say, I'm not going to fix this. I don't have time
I think our
for
toilet
this.
is leaking.
Yeah, I don't have time for this. I don't have the money for this, because sometimes people are selling their homes and they don't have the funds to repair anything. In that case, something can be negotiated, like a credit or lowering down the price a little bit, or or closing costs or concessions and things like that, depending on the negotiation, depending on the issue.
Yes.
And then the buyer can say, yes, I accept, or no, I don't. But yes, the BINSER and the inspection period can kill a deal. But if everything is all right and there is not a lot of repairs and a lot of crazy things like, the house doesn't, the roof,
I mean, if you're
it's
buying
the roof is leaking, or there is mold.
You're buying
or
a $40,000 home,
right?
I mean, what do you expect?
No. There's not. If you know a house that is $40,000 right now, please tell me. I want it. There's nothing out there right now. Nothing.
Oh, my
There's
goodness.
no inventory.
That is crazy. So what are the red flags in a home inspection? What could be a red flag? I know you talk about leaking toilets, but you did say roofs.
The roof.
Those are like maybe expensive things,
Right. The roof, the AC unit, the water heater, and of course, plumbing, electricity, and the foundation.
Okay.
All of those are very expensive. You can't live with an issue like that. You can live with, like, a buyer. A buyer can buy a house with a broken lamp, but they can't. They shouldn't buy a house with a broken AC.
Yeah.
Especially
if
the
you're
AC,
moving to Phoenix, or
right?
You live in Phoenix.
The AC unit is and on top of that, there is different things, like for the FHA loan, the windows, the roof, and the water heater, and the AC, and the heater. Not only the AC but the heater need to be working.
Okay.
If they're not working, the FHA loan won't go through.
And so now you're talking about conventional loan or FHA?
Yeah, conventional versus FHA.
So the inspection
or
could
USDA
be a little
or
different
VA, yes.
then? Okay.
No, the inspection is not part of the loan.
Okay.
It's not part of the loan, but if there is something very bad with the AC or the roof or something like, or termites, for example, VAs don't like termites.
I don't like termites.
Nobody likes termites. So the seller, if they want to sell the house to this buyer with this kind of loan, they need to fix those kind of things.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. There's a lot of information, but sometimes we don't want to overwhelm you guys and be afraid of purchasing a home, buying a second home, or doing what you got to do. So really, guys, take the time, listen. If you got to re-listen to this podcast, if you're listening to us live or you're watching right now, go hit replay. That's what we're here for. And today we've covered a few of the questions that people have asked. What is the inspection period? If you're not watching us live, you can still ask questions. We do have a team behind the production that will get to you and answer your questions. If you want to leave your number, if you want to leave your information on a direct message, on a private message, I know they will get back to you as well. So again, 602-696-8393, Jorge Trevino, Realtor live today, Wednesday, and every other Wednesday, and I think we're every Wednesday. We're here for you guys. So please, don't hesitate. Just because we're talking about inspections and you're getting scared of toilet leaks and roofs and this and that, and I think that's what the agent is here for, and they're going to help you get through it.
Right.
All right, I love it. I get excited, man. I get excited. I bought my first home, and I was scared because I didn't know what the process was. But obviously, working with an agent, they guide you through it. They tell you how to do it, and then even with the money in the bank, and don't do this, don't do that, fix your credit, this and that. But it's a smooth process. And next thing you know, you're inside your new home, and now it's 7 years later, and you're thinking, "Oh my God, it's time." Rates are still low. Some are low.
Oh yeah. The house prices are really high right now, and the interest rates are really low.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of buyers. There's not enough inventory. Let us know if you want to sell your house, because I will have a buyer like that. Also, what I want to mention is that as a buyer, you don't pay the commission. The seller is the one that pays the commission. So for the buyers out there, you can call me and ask me anything, and I will answer at no cost. And even I will represent you at no cost. Again,
the inspection cost money to the seller or buyer?
No, the buyer.
The buyer.
It's a buyer cost. Yeah, the appraisal and the inspection and the loan origination fees, of course.
And you want to do it. You don't just buy a house.
Oh, no.
You could buy a house as is, but
those
you'd rather
are the
do that.
best $400 that you're going to spend. The
Okay.
best $400 that you're going to spend as a buyer. Seriously, 450 maybe. Sometimes
Yeah.
it depending on the house, on the size, on the location, but it's always between 350 and 450.
All right.
And yeah, it's a really good investment. It's a really good investment because the seller, the inspector is gonna give you a huge report. It's normally like 40 pages with a bunch of pictures and a bunch of information about the house and telling you what's wrong and what's right and what it needs and recommendations like this
Okay.
needs to be seen by a roofer, by a licensed roofer, by a licensed electrician, things like that. You don't know what's behind the wall, and the inspector will let you know what
Oh,
is.
wow. Nice, nice. Well, there you go, guys. If you have any more questions, comments, guys, please take advantage of our lives, our podcast, the phone number that we've shared with you guys. And we want to thank our producer, Jorge Larcon, as well, way in the back in the cameras, and everybody that's working behind this production team and Peg Studios. Guys, Jorge, anything else you'd like to add, man? I'm excited. I'm ready to show some houses whenever we can. And maybe we can act like inspectors, and see if we can find anything.
Yeah.
So any other topics that you guys would like to hear or listen to? Hey, guys, shoot them over. What is your email again, Jorge?
jtrevinorealtor@gmail.com.
Perfect. Trevino Realtor at gmail.com.
Right, and my website is the same way, jtrevinorealtor.com.
All right. Guys, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys again, same time, same day, right?
All right, sounds good. Thank you, guys.